Do you ever go to the rehearsal dinner of the wedding that you're doing the next day? Have you ever been invited? Hi, it's Bill, it's Creative License, and thanks again for being a part of the show. Thanks to Electro Voice and DJ Event Planner and DJ NTV and Promo Only, all wonderful sponsors. Thank you for being nice to my sponsors. It helps me to keep doing this. So the question is, what about rehearsal dinner? Do you go to them? Are you invited to them? When you do go, do you charge them? If you do go, what do? You just go and you eat? You just shake hands? You kiss babies? What are you doing? Why does it matter if you would go to the rehearsal dinner or not? Well, first of all, I don't know that it does. Okay, there are some events that I've gone to the rehearsal dinner to, and there are some that I haven't. I do know though that when I go, I don't charge more for it. Okay, if I'm running the rehearsal because I'm the officiant, or because the officiant they have is not an officiant, they don't know how to run a rehearsal or whatever, that if they ask me to do it, there's a fee involved, okay? But normally if I go, I don't charge. But if I'm gonna go, I'm not usually going as a guest. As much as they invite you to the rehearsal, you gotta remember, they invite the caterer who cooked them dinner to sit down with them. That doesn't mean they want them to, okay? They invite the photographer to come to the rehearsal and spend, because they're not family. You're not family. If you're family, it's a different story. We can talk about that in another show. So if you're gonna go to rehearsal dinner, why would it matter? And how can you make it valuable to them that you're there? Not because it'll make you look good, but how can you make their rehearsal dinner better because you're a part of it? Because if you can't, then I don't really see the point in going to a rehearsal dinner. Now, there's a lot of things you can do, right? You can get to know all of the guests at the rehearsal on a name-by-name basis, learn a little bit about them, have them get to know you, so the next day, things are a little smoother when you ask them to be a part of what you're creating for the bride and groom. That is helpful to you and can be helpful to the bride and groom. But how about the fact that they've never done a rehearsal dinner and don't know how it's supposed to go? How about the fact that you might be able to be a resource to help explain to them why a rehearsal dinner is important in the first place, and to help get from them why they're inviting a bunch of people to do a big dinner the day before they do a big dinner? Why are they even doing this? And what would be important to them if you were involved in it, other than that they want to serve you chicken like they're serving everybody else chicken, right? I mean, I've gone as far as to bend the kind of a coordinator during the rehearsal dinner. You know, the person who asks people to sit, like a master of ceremonies. A person who might introduce Father David, who's going to stand up and do a prayer because they're all still chatting and having a good time. They had a few drinks. Hey, everybody, Father David's going to do a prayer. Just that makes you valuable, if in fact that's something they want you to do, right? How about after dinner when they know they have to do a few speeches and mom is sitting there kind of hemming and hawing and she's like, I really want to stand up and get their attention, but maybe I'll just wait a little while. And you know for a fact that if she waits too long, then a lot of people might leave and then her speech doesn't matter. What about you standing up and getting people's attention for mom? And say, hey, you know you're enjoying your dessert, and we're going to have a great time later on in the evening and get ready for tomorrow. But right now, we've got a few people that have a few speeches, and I guess I'll just have someone start. How about the mother of the bride, or the father of the bride, or the best man? How about the person who makes it okay for other people in the room to tell more stories? Because you know tomorrow, during the wedding, they're not going to want to pass the mic around to everybody and tell stories. So would you be able to do that for them? And would you show up at the rehearsal dinner and just do that stuff? Or would you talk to your client ahead of time about how you could be more valuable and make the rehearsal smoother, more fun, more memorable? And is that worth anything? It might be that there's a place to make more money. You ever think about this? Have you ever done this? What do you think about this? Put the comments in the thing below. Reach out to me. Tell me I'm full of baloney, because most of the time I am. Most of those things that I get are from my daughter. But until next time, this is Bill, this is Creative License, and I'll see you next time.